Hello, my name is Michael Brodeur, and today I'd like to talk to you about your personal spiritual journey. You know, Mark Twain once said that the two most important days in a person's life is first the day they're born, and second, the day they find out why. Why are you here? Why were you created? What makes you unique? See, the scripture says that God created each one of us with a very special purpose. In fact, it says that each one of us is created to do certain things in this world that no one else can do except you. Scripture talks about the fact that you were conceived and formed in your mother's womb in a way that was entirely unique, and that's confirmed by DNA. It's confirmed by the voice print and the iris print and the fingerprint that each one of us has. You are absolutely unique, and you were formed by God with a purpose. And yet many people live their whole lives and never discover what that purpose is. See, I believe that the key to life is discovering that purpose. But there's a problem, that all of us as human beings have become separated from God because of what the Bible calls sin. And sin is nothing other than a self-centered mindset. See, you were created to live and to function on a certain operating system, but that operating system, it got corrupted. And so in a sense, there's been a corruption to the entire human race that has caused us to be separated from God. And that's where really all the pain and the greed and the poverty and the difficulty, the disease and the wars, every misfortune of humanity comes from that place of brokenness. But God had a solution. He didn't want to leave us in that condition. And so he began a process to reveal himself. First to a man named Abraham, and then through a man named Moses, and then through the prophets throughout the ages. And finally, God, in order to be understood fully, became flesh and dwelt among us in his Son, Jesus Christ. And you have an opportunity to actually come back into relationship with God if you can engage Jesus in a personal relationship through faith in what he accomplished on your behalf. Because the scripture says so clearly that he who knew no sin, in other words, Jesus was a perfect man, he who knew no sin became sin for us. In other words, he took on our pain, our guilt, our shame, and he was punished in our place so that we could be completely forgiven, so that we could be completely filled with God's presence, so that we could begin a new life that would flourish in his presence on this earth. We could fulfill the things he created us to do on this earth, and then we could live with him forever and ever after we pass away. This is the good news of salvation, which is part of this greater word called the good news of the kingdom. I want to invite you to give your heart to Jesus today. My first time about 40 years ago was when I prayed a simple prayer. Jesus, if you're real, make yourself real to me. And that began a journey that is still ongoing today. So I want to invite you to give your heart to the Lord and find the purpose worth living for. Find that reason why you were created. God bless you.